Let me say this slowly because somebody needs to hear it without flinching. Getting older is not the problem. Believing the lie that your value is behind you, that is the problem. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that youth equals relevance, speed equals worth, and visibility belongs to whoever is the newest, loudest, or youngest in the room. And once you cross a certain age, you're supposed to quietly move to the background. Be grateful. Don't ask for too much. Don't dream too big. But if that were true, explain why so many women hit midlife and suddenly feel more awake than they ever have before. Today we're breaking the stigma of aging because what's actually happening isn't decline, it's distillation. And if you're in midlife wondering whether your best years are behind you, stay with me. This episode is for you. I didn't just wake up one morning and decide, oh yeah, today feels like an awakening. It was quieter than that, slower, more honest. I noticed my body speaking louder, my spirit getting less patient with nonsense, my tolerance for people pleasing evaporating overnight. Things I used to push through started pushing back. And at first, I thought there was something wrong with me. Because that's the message, right? If you're tired, you're weak. If you're changing, you're losing momentum. If you're questioning old paths, you're falling behind. But here's what I slowly realized. I wasn't breaking down. I was breaking open. Midlife didn't make me smaller. It made me clearer. Clearer about what I will no longer carry. Clearer about who gets access to me. Clearer about the cost of staying where my soul has already moved on. And faith reminded me of something more powerful. God is not intimidated by age. No. He doesn't confuse timing with expiration dates. If anything, Scripture is full of people whose calling got louder with time. Let's deal with this lie head on. The belief that your value peaks early and slowly fades is not wisdom, it's conditioning. We live in a culture obsessed with beginnings and terrified of death. But value doesn't come from novelty, it comes from discernment. At this stage of life, you've lived through enough seasons to recognize patterns. You've survived things you never talked about. You've rebuilt more than once. That's not behind you, that's within you. Think about it. You don't go to someone's season for hype. You go to them for clarity. You don't ask the newest voice in the room how to navigate loss, leadership, or resilience. You ask the ones who walk through the fire and still stand steady. Your value didn't disappear, it matured. And maturity isn't loud, it's grounded. Also, can we laugh for a second? Because aging teaches you very practical truths like, I don't need to attend every meeting. I don't. Every conversation does not deserve my energy. And no, I'm not just being difficult. I'm being efficient. Midlife will teach you that urgency is overrated and rest is not laziness. It's wisdom. You stop proving and start choosing. And honestly, that's not shrinking, that's upgrading. Now this one is sneaky. We're told aging means fewer opportunities, fewer options, fewer chances. But what I've seen is the opposite. Midlife expands your inner authority. You stop asking for permission. You stop auditioning. You stop explaining yourself into exhaustion. You realize you don't need to be everywhere to be impactful. You need to be aligned. Faith reminds us that seasons change for a reason. Seeds don't grow in the same soil forever. Sometimes God shifts your capacity before He shifts your location. And that discomfort you feel, that's not loss, that's preparation. Now, let's talk about the quiet shame so many of us carry. The shame of thinking, I should be further by now. The shame of starting over too late. The pressure to make the next chapter perfect because it feels like the last chapter. Hear me, and hear me good. Shame does not come from God. Fear does not get the final word. You are not behind. You are on time for the version of you that no longer tolerates misalignment. Confidence in midlife doesn't come from certainty. It comes from self-trust, from knowing that if you rebuilt once, you can rebuild again. This time with boundaries, this time with wisdom, this time with peace. What if your age is the qualification? What if your lived experience is the credential? What if everything you survived positioned you to contribute in ways younger you couldn't even imagine? Midlife is not about becoming someone new. No, it's about becoming more yourself. And that takes courage. It takes faith. It takes releasing the need to rush. God doesn't waste seasons, and He doesn't rush masterpieces. So if you're standing on the edge of a new chapter, unsure, tired, hopeful, and afraid, all at the same time, let me leave you with this. You're not shrinking, you're refining. You're not late, you're aligned. And you are not done. And as always, you're never too late, and your peace is never too far. If this resonated with you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Ways of Change. Comment with one word that describes what you're reclaiming in this season. Hey y'all, I'm Vanessa. Thank you so much for joining me today on Ways of Change. I'll see you the next time. Bye.